Taking this wonderful moment of now, as the flute is playing and the sound of the drum, the sound of the heartbeat of life. Whatever journey you have been on during this time is your journey shared with the consciousness of the totality of all things. And as Rumi reminds us, the breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. So coming from this place of total awake, total alertness of soul, mind, and body. This is what I know. I know that this time together is by divine appointment, that there is the consciousness of life that is right here, right now, has always been, and will always be. And there is nowhere to go to find it, no journey to take except the journey from within. Knowing that right here and right now is everything that we have ever desired, required, or needed in this life. Such gratitude. So as you start to come back into this moment, a moment that you have always been in, allow the alertness, the waking up, the breath of life just to come through, and as you saying mahalo, 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 as we let this perfect celebration service unfold from a place of perfection, we say together, and so it is. We'll gently aloha ourselves back. So thank you so much, Carrie and Michael. That was absolutely beautiful, beautiful journey that you took us all on.
I just
Welcome.
appreciate
Welcome.
the Native American roots that they have, that they get to share that with us. It's so beautiful. Thank you, thank you. So again, hi. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai. If you don't know who we are, we're Rita and Patrick. We are the co-spiritual directors of Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, which began 2013 July. It's hard to believe we're almost on our third birthday. And we practice the science of mind and spirit here, and we recognize the divine in everything, in everything. We recognize that God is right where we are. If we want to call it God, we can call it whatever we want. It's just one power, one source, and it's right where we are. And our mission as co-spiritual directors and as practicers of this beautiful philosophy is to awaken that in each other and in ourselves and in all of you who come here. So that's all we want to do is, and then for you to know that about yourselves and go out and live your lives from that highest place, no matter what is happening. So we need more of that.
Says wake up. We're the Wake Up Center. The Wake Up Center in Kauai.
Yeah, so welcome today, and thank you for being with us. We totally appreciate it and welcome you and love you. Yes.
And who is here for the very first time? There we go. Anybody? There we are. Okay, I know you never get tired of hearing it, but we know something about you, and that's a good thing. Even though you have a look on your eyes are now going, who told? Well, no, we don't gossip. It's common knowledge, is it? Hello.
We're like thumpers.
The transparent, that's right. So since you're new, we might as well get right to it about what we know about you, and that is that you are magnificent. Phew, right? And you knew that. And we only know that about you because we know that about ourselves. So shall we all join together and say, I am magnificent. Oh, with that wind blowing, that island wind, let's say it again. I am magnificent. Now look to the left, to the right. Tell somebody they're magnificent. Papa Joe, you're magnificent. That's all. Tell somebody. Alrighty, back to me. There we go. One thing that I just said is these little, because we're doing the announcements in fast mode, there is one thing I want to remind Deborah. There's a mini golfing thing for the women activity. So raise your hand, Deborah, if you're interested. And that would be women only. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so shall we open up this and get this wonderful, beautiful, beautiful day going? And this is See Everything New month, so everybody stand and let's see everything new. Everything's new. You two are new.
It's time to celebrate this love I have inside. It's time to celebrate this joy of being alive. So let's go, 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 let's go, go, go with this feeling that I have. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. I'm gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new.
And Glenn is in the audience.
New me, a fresh start, one strong and beating heart. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. It's time to celebrate this love I have inside. It's time to celebrate this joy of being alive. So let's go, 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 let's go, go, go with this feeling that I have. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. I'm gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. A new me, a fresh start, one strong and beating heart. Let's
So let's just celebrate right here, right now. Let's celebrate that beautiful island wind blowing. That's right, you thought there's more music to be said, but let me tell you, we're right here, right now, celebrating that inner self, that wonderful, wonderful, authentic, transparent self that says, I am that I am. I am that I am. Say that with me. I am that I am. And I know that this time together transpires beautifully, easily, lovingly. As together with such gratitude, what do we say? And so it is.
Let's celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. I'm gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new. A new me,
New me.
a fresh start,
Fresh start.
one strong and beating heart. We're gonna celebrate, celebrate, celebrate everything new.
Everything new.
Thank you, Louise. Percussion.
Louise on the drums, thank you. Mahalo, mahalo. Okay. See, you go from kind of meditation, then you go to aerobics, and then you go to... So here we go. We have something very special today.
Today is a special day. It is New Member Sunday. Got so many things happening today. And last week we had a new member orientation, and we're going to start doing those now. The next one's in June, so that people will actually know what they're getting into when they become a member. But the most important thing they're getting into is themselves and a commitment, because it takes a commitment to say, I'm committed to my spiritual growth. Yeah, it's a commitment that you've made this your spiritual home, and the door's open, and you can leave anytime you want or go to other places. We have people here from all different faiths, but it's a commitment to yourself, and these people have stepped up to make that commitment. Now, there's certain people that aren't here, but I'm going to read their names anyway. But those that are here, please come up and stand here so we can honor you. Kelly Ensign, I know, is not here. Tammy Sweeney, I know, is not here. Rebecca DeRuse is here, though.
Yes, she is.
And did I pronounce your last name right? DeRuse? All right, I want to make sure I got it right.
Go on
Yeah,
up there.
so here's your little card.
Oh.
You can give those out. Okay, and Diane Tilley. Hello, Diane. I know you're watching. She went back to
That's
Canada
right.
last week, and we miss her.
Aloha.
But I got your card. I will mail it to you. And Judy Burton. Yay, another one of
Yay,
our
Judy.
Canadians who spends half a year with us.
Yeah.
And the other half, she's still with us. Oops. Reverend Diane Decker is actually one of our new members. Yay. Well, we got to honor you anyway, right? She had to become a member before she could be a staff minister here. Mary Therese Cass, I do not believe is here. Oh, she is here. Thank you. I didn't see you.
There you are.
Yay, you made it. Thank you. Terry. Okay, Terry. I put both names on there. And Jacqueline, or Jai, as I know her. Yeah, Jai Roberts.
Jai.
Yeah, look at this. This is great. Hey, Jai. I'll give you.
They're coming.
Here comes the first guy, Paul Sterling.
Yay! Paul wasn't here the last time, so I'm so glad that you're here today,
Yay.
Paul.
Got it?
Yes.
All right. I'll hug you all later. And Natalie Kelly.
Woohoo!
Yay. Looks different from here. I know. And then I don't know where this came from, but because she never got her card, and I'm going to ask her, she never got honored. Sola. Yeah, you never
yeah.
got your card. But she's been a member for a long time. She might even be one of our founding members. I don't know. So that's who's here today. Did I miss anybody that signed a
Or
membership?
that you weren't here when we did it before.
Or if you weren't here when we did it before. Soup buckle.
Oh, that's right.
Get
So I
up
was just
here.
talking about you last night.
You have your
It's-
cards.
it's-
That's
there
all
you
right.
go.
Come on up. 'Cause this
That's
is special.
right.
All right.
And if you
So-
just want to stand up here, come on. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so what we'd like to do to honor these beautiful beings who have made this beautiful commitment to themselves, and since we're here to remember who they are at all times, we're going to sing the face of God to them.
What a
So,
picture. Yeah,
all right,
Jai.
so does everybody know that song?
If we don't, we will know it good.
Okay.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part face of God. You are the face of God. Ooh, I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Righty then. Yes, let's give him a big round of applause.
Okay, now I have to shift gears and step into what I want to say today. Whoa. Let's all just take a deep breath together. For me. Yeah, so what happens when is our topic. A lot of whens happen, right? And one of the things I came home with last week was a question: how can I be a better healer? How can I be a better healer? And I felt like sometimes religious science or science of mind or whatever you want to call this philosophy, religious science, that sometimes we get misinterpreted. That sometimes people think we're blaming people for their illnesses or their problems and all that. And it's not about that at all. And that was the question I took home with me, was I don't ever want to come across that way to anybody or to anything. And I'm surely not a healer if I'm going around saying things like that. And I just don't ever want to be misinterpreted, because that's not what this philosophy is about at all. And Ernest Holmes once wrote, we will deliver ourselves from sickness and trouble in exact proportion to our discovery of ourselves and our true relationship to the whole. We will deliver ourselves from sickness and trouble in exact proportion to our discovery of ourselves and our true relationship to the whole. That's what this philosophy is about. It isn't about blame. It isn't about anything. It's about having experiences, and behind all our experiences is us discovering our relationship to the whole. And that is when whatever we want to call it, healing, revealing, takes place. So I asked that question all week. I asked, how can I know more about this? And I was amazed at all the things that showed up, because when we ask a question of ourselves, the answer shows up in very interesting ways. And it shows up. You can be guaranteed, if you want to know something, it's going to show up for you if you just ask. It's that whole thing, stand at the door and, knock, and I'm there. It's there for the answer. So I got this, first thing that happened to me was I remembered Myrtle Fillmore. I just came across one of her writings, and I remembered that she had been sick for 22 years. And I think it was her whole life anyway. And she decided that nobody could help her, and she decided that there was a place within her that could help her. And so she started to affirm that I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit disease. That was her affirmation. She heard it, and it clicked into her. It wasn't about the words, and it wasn't about her waiting for results before the words became a part of her. It was her believing before and doing it over and over. It took her 2 years until she actually had a total and complete healing, because she believed what she was saying. She didn't wait to see it. She actually had to get herself to believe what she was saying. But I believe that in this audience, sitting here right today, all of you, that we're all that same person. We all have that within us. It's not specially saved for somebody that's holy or whatever. We're all holy, and we're all children of the Most High, if you want to call it that, if you want to call it children of spirit, if you want to call it expressions of the one spirit. We are all that, and we all came to earth fully equipped to do exactly what she did. And one of the things that I know is one of the most important things is that I have a conviction and a faith, not that I'm doing something, but that there is a law and energy of the universe that answers yes to me as soon as I get out of the way of how I think that's going to look. As soon as I get out of the way and I know and trust that, that's where I have to have my conviction. Because I think a lot of times I even know for myself that I think I'm doing the thing, whatever it is I want in my life, I'm doing it, but I'm not doing it. There's a power that's greater than I am that is what I am, but it's outside of my finite mind that's actually doing the work. So my sister, these answers just kept coming to me all the week. My sister has a friend who has pancreatic cancer, and she's been sick for like 4 years. And she was, she just started talking to me and telling me how amazing Kathy was. And if Maria's listening, I can tell her that she really inspired me. And this woman, Kathy, who is totally has so much faith and so much love in her heart, and doesn't just go into the despair of her disease. She actually just sits in the love of it, of love of herself and giving that love out. And then I got bombarded again with something else, and it was through Maria I heard about Anita Moorjani, who we've been talking about all week, and listened to her TED Talk. If you don't know who she is, she wrote the book Dying to Be Me. And her message, she came back from a near-death experience, and her whole message was about loving yourself. And this is the message of the science of mind and spirit. It's all about loving ourselves. And any time that we have disturbances in our life, it's because we need to love ourselves more. We need to love ourselves more. And I'm very excited about that, because that's something I can do. I can love myself more. It might not feel that easy to us sometimes, because we look at all the things that we think we're doing wrong and everything, but that's not anything about who we are. We're divine love. That's what we are. And if we sit in that and we ask the question, the answer does come, and you do feel it, because it's like, I can't give it to you. I can look at you and say, I see someone that's perfect, whole, and complete, and I do. But in reality, you have to see it for yourself and feel it for yourself. So I invite us all to take all the pills we need to take, do the doctor thing. It's great. We're so fortunate to have medicine. And Ernest Holmes said the day will come when science and religion will walk hand in hand. That is the truth, because science is proving all the things we've been saying, the metaphysicians have been saying all along, that we're all energy and that our minds are powerful. And not our minds. Like somebody said to me, oh, I can do this with my mind. You can't do anything with your mind. Your mind, that's called willpower. When you think, oh, if I concentrate hard enough, something's going to happen. No, it's about surrender to that higher part of yourself and keeping your mind poised in that, not forcing anything to happen. So what I know is that love that I just talked about, that we are, is always there. It never goes away, no matter what. And it's like the story of the prodigal son. It's one of the greatest stories, and the metaphysical teaching in that story, of the metaphorical teaching of that story, is that God is always there. That spirit, that thing that we are, call it God, call it whatever you want, is always there, and it's just waiting for us to just turn toward it. And it doesn't remember anything about anything that we've done or could do or anything. All it knows is love, and it's just opening its arms and receiving us in that love. And that part is within each of us. So I know that in life, that we don't get what we want in life by wishing it so or hoping it so. We get it by knowing it. We get it by being it and living from that place. And if we're having a hard time doing that, I just invite us to just, talk to somebody that sees it in you. Keep keeping on. Don't give up, because the answers are there. Don't give up, because just like when it looks the worst is when it's going to turn, usually. And it's the time that we get to do our best work. Being clear and making decisions and then living those decisions, that's how we do it. By being clear and then walking as if it's true. Walking as if it's true. And Yes, they're going like this back there. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't just, it's your belief. The way you prove your belief to yourself is by stepping out and living like it's true already. And then everything meets you, and it says, oh, yeah, it is true. So just like when I asked my question this week, all of a sudden everybody started answering my question for me. And then I had this experience with Patrick, and I know he's going to talk about it, so I won't go too much into it. But he had had a health issue this week, and there was a point where it was pretty unpleasant. And I was like kind of running around, treating the whole time, running errands while he was having this experience. And there came a point where I started to like freak out because I thought something was wrong because I wasn't getting any answers for what I was. And I was sitting in the drugstore waiting for his medication, and I just kept praying. And the only prayer I could come up with was, there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is Patrick's life now. That was the only prayer I could say. And that was all I needed. That's a total and complete treatment. And I just repeated it over and over and over until my mind came to a mind of peace. Because that's what it takes. It takes my mind clicking in and embodying what that really means. And I did. And the rest is history, and I'll let him handle that. So I know that prayer works. And I know that this philosophy is a philosophy of love. And Ernest Holmes once wrote, we will enter the absolute to the degree that we withdraw from the relative. We will enter the absolute to the degree that we withdraw from the relative. Now, the relative means the conditional world. That quote's misinterpreted too, because that makes it sound like we don't look at the relative world or at conditions. We do look at them, but we just look at them from the absolute. So we look and we know what's happening. We know the challenge. But then we have to withdraw, like Jesus said, into the closet and go there. That place in the closet is that place where we only know the truth, which is that God is all there is and through everything. So I'm trying to decide how much of this I want to go through. I think I'll just let Patrick take it, but I want to say one more thing. Anita Marjani, she said another thing that was really powerful. She said that we think fear keeps us safe. Did you hear this one? This one's a really good one. This one struck me to the core. We think fear keeps us safe, when in truth, love keeps us safe. And I thought, wow. And then she went on to explain how many things we're afraid of in our lives. You know, everything, we're afraid something's going to happen, we're afraid we're going to die, we're afraid somebody's going to leave us, we're afraid we're going to lose our money, we're afraid, little things. And we think that's all going to keep us safe. And that she saw when she was in her NED or NDE, whatever it's called, that love was the thing that keeps us safe. So, yeah. So when you are in a situation, or even when you're not, I call it being prayed up, just release like the outcome of what you think is supposed to happen. And just know the highest outcome for whatever it is. And then go inward. And then just bathe yourself in self-love. Do it until you feel it. Just sit there and just tell yourself all the wonderful things about yourself, because there's so many wonderful things about yourself. So many wonderful things. And then live that love. And then, most importantly, whatever that love's telling you to do, let it out and do it. Because that is how you give back, by letting that love out. Don't wait till you feel good enough, or you think you have enough money, or any of those things, or you think somebody's going to like it or not. Just start to live it. And I just know everything in our life is unfolding perfectly at all times, no matter what. That's my truth, and that's the truth that I live. So I love you so much, and I love that we're here together on this journey together. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. And aloha. Namaste. So now we get to have another wonderful treat of beauty and love, which is Carrie and Michael Fox.
All right, so we are going to sing or play a song called Dante's Prayer by Lorena McKennett, a wonderful, wonderful musical artist that I just love. So here we go.
darkwood fell before me, and all the paths were overgrown. When the priests of pride say there is no other way, I tilled the sorrows of stone. I did not believe because I could not see, though you came to me in the night. When the dawn seemed forever lost, you showed your love in the light of the stars. Cast your eyes on the ocean, cast your soul to the sea. When the dark night seems endless, please remember me. Then the mountain rose before me by the deep well of desire. From the fountain of forgiveness, beyond the ice and fire. Cast your eyes on the ocean, cast your soul to the sea. When the dark night seems endless, please remember me. We share this humble path alone. How fragile is the heart. Oh, give these clay feet wings to fly, to teach the face of the stars. Breathe life into this feeble heart. Lift this mortal veil of fear. Etched with tears, will rise above these earthly cares. Cast your eyes on the ocean, cast your soul to the sea. When the dark night seems endless, please remember me. Please remember me. Please remember me.
Absolutely perfect for a rainy day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so Rita let it out of the bag, and then I got a tag man. Now, what happens if I had changed my mind? It'd be too late. Where do you begin? But where you begin is at the beginning. I have a Herman Hesse. Do you remember Herman Hesse? Oh my God, I just love the things you remember. And this is what Herman says. I have always believed, and I still believe, that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we can always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. Yeah, doesn't that hit you right where it needs to? In the heart, in the heart. Wow, that really made me think because, and I love the fact that he used the word bad and good fortune as one in reality. He didn't say when bad things happen to you, you need to transform them. He's talking about that it's just fortune. It's us that puts the, the judgment on it of what is bad and what is good. And this really hit me this week. And okay, I will tell you. So I went to the dentist. We all love that, right? And what is simple, and what happened with that is a lesson always, or I wouldn't be telling it, because we were taught that if you've got something to say, make sure you processed it first before it comes out. And I have, and I'm done with it, but I'm going to share it with you. So we all saw The Marathon Man with Dustin Hoffman. That was my Thursday. No, it wasn't quite that, but it was quite dramatic for me. And here's the deal with it. No details, because really, in the morning, dental details, not good. But what I do want to explain to you is that I went in and they said to me, you're only going to feel pain when they put the Novocaine in, and that's all the pain you will ever feel. And they lied. And my betrayal buttons went triggering that entire experience. And I'm not here to make you feel sorry for me, but you can for a moment if you'd like, because I was on a pity party way beyond anything imaginable. And what happened with that was that 2.5 hours is supposed to take an hour. Tells you a little something about my experience. But what I'm really about is that I had a story, and I just loved this idea that I just read at the end, but I'm going to read it now. As I release my detachment and identification with the story, I am no longer a casualty of it. Thursday, I was a casualty. And when I got out of that, I had every emotion ever imagined. Betrayal, mad, angry, mama, daddy, whatever wanted to go through. I have got, just to let you know, because we're very transparent, I have got buns of steel right now from the tenseness that I had that entire, I am telling you, buns of steel, and I'm not afraid to live stream it. But I would be afraid to show you it, so no, don't worry about it. But what happened is I'm laughing now, but I was not laughing then. And I was never in that much tenseness. So what happened was they let me go finally, and that's when all of her stuff went off, because I said, I'm in there, they're waiting for the blood to stop. And then I said, bye-bye. And then I never said another word, and I couldn't get back to her because they put me in a room. So she's like, ah! So all the drama that goes with the story. So here's the deal. I get out of the thing, and this is about the story. And I could not wait for that Novocaine to wear off and I get gauze out of my mouth so I could start to tell my drama. Right? Because no one has ever gone through the pain that Patrick FEren went through for those 2.5 hours. And Rita's not even in the car. You wouldn't believe what happened to me. You know, and it's like, oh my God. And I started to realize that there was another story. And the story was that it was over. And that they gave me some medication that would help with the pain that they put me through. And they gave me penicillin for the infection. And they gave me all these things, right? And it was over. Oh no. Not for dinner. Rita had, as soon as it was fully off, I had to, and then can you imagine, lying on the table as they came after me, asking me, I turned it into like, you know, a prisoner of war story that, and it really was painful, but it was over. But I just could feel it. And I even saw Jackie today, and it's Jackie, will you listen to me for a moment? Let me just tell this one last dental story before I move on. And I think we do that in life, right? How many stories I have turned, and I am not negating the pain. I know I needed to process it. I know I needed to say, that really hurt, because it did. And I did feel betrayed. I did feel when you said there was going to be no pain, and I spent 1.5 hours to 2 hours in pain. You lied to me. But that's okay. It's still over. So what I learned about this is that our stories become so much bigger than they actually need to be. And then it came up to me, the question that was asked in practitioner class this week. Why do bad things happen to good people? It's been an age-old thing. We've been asking it since the time that man was able to think. I'm a good person. What the hell was that all about, right? I'm a good person. I was sitting there, and nobody ho'oponoponoed more than this guy. And I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And thank you was really one of the hardest things in the world to say. But I kept doing that and treating. I don't think I've ever treated like that. And I'm still buns of still. I mean, I'm still like, no, this isn't working. And so I'm thinking, oh my God, it's not working. What happens then? So what I got this idea, I'm going to answer finally so you guys can all relax why bad things happen to good people, because science of mind, that's all we're asked. Yeah, I understand you're dental, but what about? So I'm going to let you know the answer. I don't know. Shocking, isn't it? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what I do know, because we spend a lot of time trying to figure out things that we don't know. I don't know why things happen to people. And first of all, stop condemning it as bad. Stop saying that's bad. I invite us to really look at what we're considering. Oh my God, that's bad. You don't know any more than I know. And if you do think you know, you're making it up. And that's the bottom line of it all. But guess what I do know? And I'm going to give you my 10 top. This is what happens, bless you, when you spend 2.5 hours in a dental chair. This is what comes out of this. I don't know why bad things happen to good people. But this is what I do know. I do know the world and the power that backs me and you is good, and it never leaves us. I also know that people do bad things, but there is only good within and behind it all. Live with that. I know that there is no outside God judging me or bringing on random acts of cruelty or kindness. I know that there is a value in everything, if I take some time to discover it. I know that there is no death, so that when tragedy occurs in my life or someone else's, there is always a celebration to be found after the healing of sorrow has subsided. Really understand that. For me, I had to really get that. It's not like someone just passed away. Oh, all is good. No, it is not all good in that moment. And when that sorrow subsides, then you can do your work. Us figuring out why bad things happen to good people is a waste of our time. We need to be spending it on what is good happening in this world and everyone in it. I know that dividing up life as good and bad is the first error in thought. I know that a house divided against itself cannot stand. Have you ever tried it? It cannot. It will never stand. I know that the world is not a random universe. And if it was, I would not get out of bed in the morning out of terror. If I thought that in any moment that anything could happen to me, I wouldn't get out of bed. So somewhere in our lives, my friends, we are trusting something somewhere within us. I know that life is good and that I am free to receive the good with no questions asked. I do know that I can never stand back far enough to know why a particular good or so-called bad experience is happening out there to someone or myself, and I have to stop trying. This can either be good news for you today, or it can be not so good. I do believe what I'm learning is that I've asked that question long enough. Once something bad has happened, it's already happened. Now your business is to get about the good of it. And I agree with him. I have always believed and still believe that whatever good or bad fortune may come our way, we could always give it meaning and transform it into something of value. What's your alternative? Suffering. And I will admit that even a few moments in that chair, and this is getting right to the point of it, there was a part of me that felt for a brief moment that I deserved it. Oh, how could this be? He was on such a good talk. He said, please don't end in a downer. This is what I know about pain. I don't have to suffer. But it came in there, and I was smart enough to catch it. I went, ooh, Mama. This is for the pain, Mama, when I didn't show up for your transition. Ah! It was there. Even if it was only this big. So you say, well, why bring it up? Because I can. And because I caught it. It was like one of those things. Gotcha! You're not going to do that anymore. I do not need to suffer. You do not need to suffer. This is not a suffering planet. I don't care what your media says, what your next door neighbor says, what your mama and daddy say. I don't care anymore. Bad things happen to good people. What happens when there isn't any bad or good? Then life just happens. And when it's happening, then we reach out and we love one another, whether it be an illness, whether it is poverty, whether it is anything that's going on with us. Rita is absolutely right. The answer is love. I loved what she said. Fear does not protect us. Worrying doesn't get the job done. Oh man, I've been worrying all night. Let's see what happens in the morning. Yeah. I used to say that to my mom. I said, Mom, you worry so much. Well, it certainly has gotten me to where I am today. Wow. Because we think worrying's doing something. It's okay not to know, folks. But it's not okay not to know what you know. You know, whether it be that 13-year project that you're waiting for, you know that it is there. Whether it is anything, a relationship that you want in your life, it is there. Become it, and become it. Wow. I just went into the light. Did anybody? Now I'm blinded by the light. I love you. Let's laugh some more. Come on. We're taking this way too serious, right? Good things happen too. Let's focus on that. I love you. Can you hear? I'm going to focus on that. Yes. Can you say yes? It's so good to be good. And I almost wasn't going to be here because they thought that, I would be all that I couldn't talk. They don't know the power of my treatment. It's going to take a lot more than putting me in a chair for 2 hours to shut this gap. You know what I'm trying to say? So all I know right now is that we have a story. And I want us to tell a new one. Whatever's going on in your life, whatever it is, I don't care. Put them up, right? Bring it on, because I'm not afraid of you. Because I'm backed and you're backed by a power that can move a mountain if you want it to. But why would you when you can go around it? Why not? Stop blowing up mountains, man. Just go around. It's really easy. And find your way there. I love myself. Let's say that. I love myself. Love is the answer. And dentistry will advance, and so it is.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah. This is our time of affirmative giving. Thank you for everything that you give to this Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, to help us grow. It goes back out into the world. It always does. And I'm just so grateful for all. And I was grateful for everybody that showed up for the cleanup yesterday, too. I saw so many familiar faces there. Thank you for that. It was great. We had a great time. So thank you for all that you do. And let's do it. Oh, thank you. I'm ready to go to the song. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I give joy today, knowing that it turns to me abundantly. Thank you, Deborah.
Gratitude for me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, and I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me, and I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
Yep. So what I know right here and right now is I'm grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that has taken place today in the service, everything that is life itself, moving and living and breathing through each of us individually. I'm grateful for each and every person in this room. I'm grateful for the donations that were given today, donations of spirit and love, and I just know they do go forth to heal, prosper, and bless all of us. I know that, I claim it, I announce it, I accept it, and I just say, and so it is. Yay, thank you. All right. And as we did last week, we just go right into our closing
we'll
song.
do some gratitude in the music.
Come
Stand
on
up, everybody.
So don't forget women's and men's group after if you're coming. And yes. Oh, okay.
All right, you guys. Can
There's
anybody
Lisa on
see
drum.
clearly yet?
All
I can
right.
see clearly.
Here
Can
we
you
go.
guys?
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone, and I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that have me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone, and all of the bad feelings have disappeared.
Yeah.
There is a rainbow I've been praying for.
Oh, I bet there's one out
It's
there
gonna
too.
be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Be a
Bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, it's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies.
Okay. So what I know about this is that I am just grateful. Grateful for this service, grateful for everything that transpired here, every word that was spoken, every service that was done. I thank Patrick for the meditation. I thank all the greeters at the door, Sue and Katie and whoever else were there. Thank you for doing your divine work. And I thank Roseanne for always doing those programs for us. She is amazing, and all the other things and wonderful things that she does. And Rob, thank you for bringing our message to the world through live streaming, and Ray back there for learning how to do it also, and Ron Stover, who's not here today. And I thank Jai for the beautiful flowers, and also Loya, who showed up with flowers today too. Thank you for beautifying our service today. And Stephanie for always being in the bookstore, wherever you are, she's there, ready to take your order. And Janice, where is she? I think we forgot Janice, but we haven't forgotten her in our hearts. I thank her for standing in consciousness with those children every week and being that wonderful, wonderful love that she is. And I thank Michael and Carrie, who just continue to play so beautifully over here. Yeah! And Luis for joining them. Thank you. And Janice, we're thanking you again. Aloha and thank you. And if I've forgotten anybody, you can come and let me know. But for now, I'm just going to go mahalo, mahalo, mahalo to all of us. And so it is.
Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. 'Cause I can see clearly now the rain is gone.
Bring it on, here we go.
And I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Let's raise the roof.
It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
One more time.
It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Woo! Birthday cake. Yummy.
How you doing? I'm Ron. Jay.